All right, so I'm at my local Kubota dealership, and I'm gonna start recording because I'm looking at the newer machines. So yeah, 'cause I definitely did want to see this overhead radiator in person as well and everything, because I had read about it, and I'm a civil engineer, and I was also an ex-Navy nuke, so I like, in my mind I was understanding that putting it up there obviously ease of maintenance, but also the travel path for heat, because now it's like heat, hot air travels up, so it's like the radiator immediately is just
releasing all that heat, keeping the machine from overheating, which makes a lot of sense. I know the biggest point that they're trying to sell us on is ease of maintenance.
Ease of maintenance, but
what you're talking about,
the longevity of that engine. So, all right, cool.
And then, like I said, wide tracks, hydraulic coupler. Now, this specific one is a standard flow, and you'll know the standard flow by just the porch for your hydraulics, your K-string.
Okay.
High flow models are going to have your high flow, low flow, K-string, and a 14-pin connector. So if you have any type of attachment that's some sort of electrical,
good to go.
that's how you would hook up to it. And that's another thing I was telling you was the 7-inch screen.
7-inch
all that is extremely standard on it. Cameras integrated to the screen itself, Bluetooth as well.
Oh, nice.
So these machines are essentially ready to go. Minus the PDI LED lighting on the cab. That's another improvement. And everything nowadays is going to
LED. Yep.
So
definitely makes it better for night work.
Yeah. And the way they curved it, they used to be, I don't have an old one, but kind of blocked off. This way it's gonna, radiate light, push a whole lot better.
Very nice. Now, are there any differences between this cab and the 97 cab?
Yeah, so the 97 Porsche is a little bit larger machine. So cab might be a little bit more spacious. Also, the 97 comes standard with a heated air ride.
Oh, it's got to get that lock in there?
Yeah, it's got to kind of clip on the back end of it.
There you go.
And of course, it's got locks right here. So if you want to work with the machine open, Kubota is one of the few companies that you can do that with. But you got to lock that in, because if not, you get any type of bump. Don't pop in.
And you said it came standard with a
heated air ride seat. So 75 just got the standard high back suspension seat. Okay. You can put air ride seats on them, but the 97s come with a heated air ride seat. So it's a new thing that they've done. They've said that the 75-3 models are coming out with a new model that's going to have that standard from the factory.
Gotcha.
97 just automatically come with it. Same thing, 7-inch screen.
The lights. Nice.
Of course, this is a high flow model. Hydraulic couplers. 17-inch tracks.
Okay.
And then on the back end, that's where the difference on the brake. It's a fuel. It's got a lock, so that way nobody can just open it up.
Makes sense.
You got the camera on the back door. So this is how machines have always been. You open it up, biggest thing you see is a big old radiator. Now all you gotta do is just remove the actual bolt. It's got it to where you can lock this door, from coming back on you. Swing it out, the same thing, kind of lock it in.
It's just,
but it gives you a whole, access to it.
Yeah, very nice. Okay.
A lot of people praise this right here, which is the desk is actually locked. It used to be exposed, and people, didn't like that. They had an option for you to put a actual door on it. Now it just comes standard from the factory.
Nice.
In the 97s, also have what's called KSR, Kubota Shockless Ride. It's a system we put on our wheel loaders and our skid steers, our rubber tire skid steers. If you got a bucket full of mulch or equipment, there's some springs on that arm that's gonna, if you're going through some uneven terrain, that bucket's gonna stay extremely stiff. So the suspension on there,
okay.
That way you don't, lose excess material picture.
Very nice. All right.
Got a section for you to tension the tracks. You grease, of course. You grease them up. If they get, they lose, you grease it up in the tight stuff.
Nice.
Good tie down sections. Pretty easy for you to
tie
down to your to your trailer.
Has them in the front and the rears?
The rear should have these spoilers.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yep. So a whole lot easier. You're not trying to figure out where the title to.
Yeah.
Another thing I like they started doing on all our machines now is coupler guards. So all that stuff is protected. We also bolt. It's called a hose stake. So if you get a cutter, whatever attachment that you got to run through hydraulic lines to, instead of those lines just kind of hanging out, there's a little hose stake that you kind of just reroute it through there. So it kind of keeps your lines out of the way so you don't accidentally pinch them and then spray hydraulic oil all over the place.
Okay.
And then all the brand new machines do come with the 97s have an 80-inch bucket. Our buckets are low profile, long floors, side cutters, and either bolt on, cutting edge, or teeth. 75 has got a 74-inch bucket. Of course, still covers the width of your tracks.
Yeah.
But in case your trailer is a specific length.
Yeah, it's 7 feet wide, so yeah, at 6 feet, that's 84. So yeah, I'd have 4 inches of clearance.
Yeah, 2 inches on each side.
Yep.
So,
but it'll clear. It'll clear.
So yeah, you won't have no issues there.
Okay. Other than that, is there anything like? Because I'm a first-time buyer, right? So is there anything that you think that I should know, or something that you would be like, hey, this is a really key feature? Anything of that?
Well, the biggest thing with the 97 and the 75 is what your main use on the machine is going to be, because the 97 is going to be able to handle a whole lot more weight. It's a bigger machine, right? So on steep terrain, it's probably going to handle a little bit better. And you got a whole lot more horsepower. That's the biggest difference between the two. So depending on what you're doing, right? If you're going through lawns and people's yards, some people will go with the 75 because it's under 10,000 pounds. It's a little lighter machine. You can still pick up pretty good weight on it. But that's where it's gonna, determine, I guess, your factors.
Okay.
What makes you kind of go within the two. Heavier machine, more horsepower. Smaller machine, could fit it in tighter places.
Yeah.
Not so heavy.
But not by much. I'm not seeing much of a size difference between them besides, honestly, the cab and the rear ride height. That's it.
Yeah. That's our two main sellers. We make a 65, but most times people go with a 65. They always come back and trade it in for a 75. That's the 75.
Now, how often do people get the 75 and trade it in for the 97?
Well, actually, you'd be surprised. It doesn't happen that much.
Okay.
Unless somebody with a 75 is getting to mulching, and then they jump up to a 97 because of the more
horsepower. Yeah.
The other thing that people decide to stay with the 75 as opposed to 97 is 97, you got to put that fluid in it. I mean, that's something you have to keep up with.
Yeah.
75, you done.
Got it.
Now, it still has the regen, right? The whole burn-off system, but construction equipment, you're typically running wide open anyways, to where emissions is, no issues are.
Got it. Mm-hmm. Let me see how I fit inside the 97 in comparison. Oh yeah, this is definitely spacey. That's for sure. Even compared to the old gen. Yeah.
I don't know if it's because of the seat itself, because the cab should have stayed, relatively, the same. But you have, of course, you got your lap bars there for security.
Mm-hmm.
7-inch screen. All you got to do is tap the button once,
and it goes.
The screen comes on. Another neat thing is you can set up to 10 users on it. And the reason why I say that is you are going to let other people use your machine.
Mm-hmm.
You can give them a specific code, right? And if they tell you, hey, Omar, I worked 10 hours on this machine, and you go back and look, it actually logs how many hours that code actually worked.
Yeah.
Go back and see they worked 2 hours, and
and I saw also that now I don't know if the 23 has it, but this one has the geo key, right? Where it's like you can set up map and they can't use the machine outside of that work area.
So we got to check on that one because telematics comes standard on all of our machines.
Okay.
New machines.
Yeah.
It came on the 97-2s, but you got 3-year service included. After that 3 year, then of course you do have to pay for it. And I believe it's through AT&T because it's, it's got old modem and everything. But brand new was going to have 3-year service. So if the machine throws up a code, you can see it, on your app, you can locate the machine. You can set up that geo fence you're talking about.
Yeah.
So if you put a mile radius on it, if it gets outside of that, it's going to notify you. So it's a really neat app. Surprisingly, yesterday, actually, everybody hated it.
Why?
Because telematics went down nationwide.
Oh.
And it did not allow anybody to turn on their machine.
Oh no.
But they came out with a fix. There's a way to kind of get the machine into a dealer mode.
Yeah.
To get rid of a certain item that was causing them to not, crank. Because you can go on that app and you can prevent that machine from actually cranking.
Yeah.
So, that's another, pretty neat option, obviously.
And a lot of people don't like keeping up with the def. Is there a specific reason? Because my truck, I have to put def into my truck, and it's not an issue to me.
Okay. Well, some people just don't like change. Some people believe it's.
Yeah. And I know now we're going back to no def, right? Like the newer models will be coming out with.
I think they're coming out with different ways on how they're cleaning out the emissions where there's no need for the def and stuff like that. But of course, all our machines, they're still gonna have it. Anything above 75.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't have people call and say that they have problems with our def machines. It's one of those things that of course you do have to keep up with it, right? Once it goes low, you just got to, refill it back up. Now you do get 5-year emission warranty.
Okay.
So if anything does happen to that def system, it is, push covered.
I like it. All right. And once again, the only differences between 97 and the 75 interior is just that heated seat.
Yeah, slightly larger cab.
Yeah.
Slightly. And heated air ride seat, which you can get on the 75, that is an option on.
Okay.
They're just eventually going to start coming out as standard.
Let me see how much of a difference it is here. Oh, no.
It's not terrible. See,
yeah.
One of the biggest things we've always prided ourselves on, too, is our cabs. Our cabs are the most spacious cabs in the whole industry. They're extremely comfortable.
Yeah, because I did a little bit of work in my uncle's Bobcat.
Okay.
And yeah, no, absolutely not. Like no comparison.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, Kubota. Of course, we're not the cheapest in the market, but we're the most reliable. Most reliable and the most comfortable rider. That slide out door, of course. If you want to open up everything, you can slide out the sides. Oh, one thing that I didn't mention on the Dash 3s that they've done standard on both of them is what they call advanced auto downshift. Meaning if you are in high speed, so you got a button back here on the back of the actual thing that you can put it into bunny mode.
Yeah.
When you put it into bunny mode, on the old machines, if you went to go turn, that machine would not turn. It'd sit there. If you pick up a big load of dirt, the machine would just essentially kind of bog down.
Gotcha.
Now it's got it to where it's going to automatically switch to low while you're turning, or you got a big load, and then switch back. So you don't have to physically manually switch it.
It just knows. Okay.
If it senses a big load or if it senses you turn, it's going to go with it.
Nice. All right.
It looks like it's important.
That does.
All right. That's pretty much the rundown on it.
I was gonna say that's to me seemed like the good walkthrough. Yeah. At this point, it's all about numbers and spec sheets, right?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Numbers. That's
numbers. Yeah. How much do I get off for that bolt?
We'll get you a different one.
That's what I need.
I'm surprised you don't want to. Oh wow, that thing looks nice.
Easy in, easy out. That's one of their signature things, so that you can open the door while operating. Because some of them they open outwards, so you could break it.
Yeah.
Stand here in the shade. I am excited. That thing is nice.
Are you familiar with the way the code works in this?
No.
I guess you're going to jump in the seat then.
All right. To do that. So we're going to bring this down. I'm hoping, let me make sure that, yeah, this has got a pretty good view of what's going on. So I'm going to drop the bucket. I'm going to go ahead and scoopity scoops right up in that. So that's crush and run. So I don't know how much it's actually going to get. You know what I mean? Oh, that's nice, baby. Let's bring that up, baby. Just like that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and then we can freaking hold up. I'm gonna raise that up. Actually, yeah, let me pick up some more around here, this piece. It's a little bit more right here. So that brings it down, and then you can see we're gonna start scooping it, and then we can lift it. What's up? Okay, reverse fan disabled. Appreciate you. Oh yeah, we getting rid of all these speed bumps, baby. All right, guys. So I want to wrap this video up with the numbers. At this point, you've seen me receive my Kubota. You've seen it unloaded. You've seen me putting a little bit of work in, test driving it. And I want to talk strictly about the numbers because the video is titled Buying a New Kubota in 2025. Is it worth it? So with everything said and done, I got the tooth bucket. I got the wider tracks. I got the reverse fan all installed from the factory. And obviously I have the enclosed cab. It came out to $76,400 in total. Now they give you financing options. That's completely dependent on your situation. Obviously the 0% interest is the best option. If you're capable of paying that off monthly over 3 years, you'll pay nothing on interest. They have $199, $299, $399, depending on how long you want your loan to be. Now they do offer a percentage discount. If you're going to get the Kubota insurance, I highly recommend you do that. And ultimately, I got the extended 2-year plus 2,000 hour warranty, which brings it out to 4 years or 4,000 hours, whichever comes first, along with the Kubota insurance for the term of 6 years. So with that being said, the additional charges with the insurance and the warranty are $13,301.
So some people, they will say, well, why'd you get a warranty? Or why did you extend your warranty? The warranty covers anything that you essentially did not cause. One of the important ones for me was when I asked the salesman the display panel that essentially controls the machine, right? Like you have to put in your pin in that. The machine's not working without it. How is that covered? And he said, well, as long as there's no physical damage that you cause, anything that goes wrong with it, like if it blacks out, if it begins to fail, if there's an operating system failure, the warranty. And I said, okay, that's a no-brainer. I need that. The insurance, he had spoken to me about how other companies, they have their own insurance and yada, yada, yada for equipment. I use Progressive commercial insurance for my truck and my trailer. I didn't want to add this piece of equipment onto that umbrella policy. And it was strictly because of this. When I sat there and I read the Kubota insurance, you do have to use Kubota genuine parts. You know, whenever you do any maintenance, any of the filters, anything has to be Kubota, you know, OEM. But their repair or replacement policy was absolutely clear. As long as you're falling within those guidelines, they are going to repair or replace your machine with a $250 copay. And I just can't find something that could beat that in today's market. There's truly no other insurance company that's going to offer you a $250 essentially deductible. They call it a copay. A $250 deductible. And with the stories I read online, I saw at least 6 different stories about how I flipped my skid steer, paid $250. They cut me a check. I got a new one. I had an accident and, you know, one of the hydraulic lines broke. I paid $250. They cut me a check. I got a new one. Almost all of these stories ended with, I paid $250. They cut me a check and I got a new one. That's peace of mind that you got to pay for. There's no way around it. I'm new to this business and I would rather not run the risk of having to pay a major repair or replacement out of pocket and just be able to pay $250. They cut a check and I get a new one. So ultimately, this is why I decided to get a new Kubota SVL 75-3. It runs smooth. I think I'll do a more in-depth review once I have a little bit more time behind the seat. I want to film more content. I think I'm going to actually start doing TikTok live or YouTube live once I, get out to a new job site, set it up. I get permission from my clients, of course, but I want to film more for you guys. I want you guys to see what it's like to operate this machine. And I just want to say that I know I don't have a lot of followers, but I appreciate the ones that are here. I appreciate that you're on this journey with me. I know that some amazing things are here to come soon in the future. And I'm really, really looking forward to experiencing those things, but more importantly, experiencing it with you guys. So thanks for sticking by. I know you guys saw that the channel got a rename. I'm now branding it as Sea, Country, and Freedom. And yeah, stick around because the future is looking good. God bless, and I'll see you guys on the next one.